So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today we're back with another high octane showdown between two of the UK's current fastest but different variants of the same car. It's Audi S versus Audi RS, and it's gonna be sick, so stay tuned and let's get it.
Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it.
So by now, you already know the score here at the battles. No hiding, we turn up and race. And today, it's no different. We've lined up two Audi enthusiasts, both pushing and pioneering their chosen platforms to the limit, which has earned both cars the title of the UK's fastest at some point along the way. The cars might look similar, but the power plants are very different. One's a true RS car and the other the supposedly inferior S model. But with both cars tuned up, the results may surprise you. And in partnership with RACELOGIC, we're going to be carrying out two sets of races. First up today is a quarter-mile drag race. Next up, it's a roll race to the quarter mile. All races are best of 3, and the VBOX Performance Box Touch will be recording data such as 0 to 60s, quarter-mile times, and more to give you guys the stats on how these savages perform. Let's get over and meet the cars and their owners. So first up today, representing for the full fat Audi RS enthusiasts, welcoming Nabil to the battles in his mean 2.5 litre 5-cylinder single turbo 510 brake horsepower Audi RS3 saloon. So modifications consist of a Garrett core intercooler, an E-Venturi intake, methanol injection, and is tuned via a dim sport tuning box by Nabil himself. I thought price to be relevant to the races today, with the RS3 Saloon new starting at around 55k before options. And just for reference, the RS3 has had around £4,200 worth of engine modifications to get it to this power level. Nabil's RS3 is running on Michelin PS4S street tyres all round and weighs in at 1570 kg, giving it a power to weight ratio of 324 brake horsepower per tonne. The RS3 drives all 4 of its wheels via its 7-speed dual clutch DSG transmission and Haldex drivetrain. And he's going to be stepping up against and welcoming back Jason to the battles with his savage 2 litre inline 4-cylinder single turbo 475 brake horsepower Audi S3 Saloon, built and tuned by MRC Tuning. Modifications on this bad boy include a 3-inch Scorpion downpipe and custom exhaust system, NGK uprated spark plugs, APR coil packs, an E-Venturi intake, an AirTech intercooler, and a custom ECU and TCU tune by MRC Tuning. So the S3 starts at around 40k new before options, 15k less than the RS3, and is also running on Michelin PS4S street tyres, and is estimated to weigh in at around 1500 kg, giving them a power to weight ratio of 316 brake horsepower per tonne. The S3 also drives all 4 of its wheels via its 7-speed dual clutch DSG transmission and Haldex drivetrain. The estimated cost of all the engine modifications to get the car up and running at this power is £6,000.
Nabil, welcome to the channel, brother.
No problem, anytime.
Mate, you've come down with a bad boy RS3 new chassis 8Y, right?
Yeah.
And we're calling this the UK's fastest right now, yeah?
It is indeed at the minute, because obviously the ECU's unlocked and you can't do too much on it. So just connected the race box to it and see what results it produces today.
Yeah. Well, look, I've heard this is running quite strong times, but the only problem is you're racing the fastest, or one of the fastest S3s in the UK.
Yeah, that's it, apparently. So it's going to be a good race.
It's going to be a good race.
See what happens. Apparently, these S3 8Ys, they're a lot better than the older generation. So it's a lot quicker. But I've seen the 100 to 200 times, and I know it's doing really good at times anyway compared to the 8V Dazzers stage 2. So see how it goes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Look, I want your take on it.
Yeah.
Drag race and roll race. How do you think it's going to pan out?
I really don't know, to be honest. Obviously, I'm running on a tuning box, and you can't really judge it what's going to happen so don't expect the best of the best anyway. And while the S3 itself is it's properly professionally tuned. ECU, you'll never be an ECU tuned compared to a chip box, but we'll see how it goes anyway.
Bro, you're RS, bro. You're representing for the RS division.
We've got to do something, Jamie. We've got to do something.
Well, listen, bro, whatever happens, all the best, and let's race.
Definitely. Brilliant. Cheers.
Jason, welcome to the channel, brother.
Thank you very much. Pleased to be here.
Mate, you've pulled up in a bad boy S3 8Y. In fact, one of the UK's fastest, was the fastest at one point, right?
Yes. I haven't done enough runs to find out if I can maybe take that #1 spot again, but there's a lot of competition, competing against a few different tuning companies and everything. We're all fighting for that #1 spot, and we're all quite on top of each other at the moment.
Okay, cool. Well, look, competition is good. Talking about competition, you're racing the fastest RS3 in the UK.
Yeah, 8Y,
now, 8Y. How do you think this is going to pan out for you? Because you've got to be the underdog, right? Less power too, right?
Yeah, well, he's saying he's 520. Although his ECU's locked, at the end of the day, 520 is 520, and that's what the 8Vs are doing stage 2. Never raced an RS3 before. What I can say, though, is that this Gen 4 platform is incredible. Okay. It really is something special. And to be honest, I feel like I'm sort of one of the, well, probably the first to be showcasing what the stock ECU can actually manage. Sorry, stock turbo, I mean. Okay. And yeah, I'm very excited because not many people know the times, and I've kept quite a few pieces of detail and hush tones. So excited to sort of showcase it today, and I'm quite humbled. So,
quarter mile and drag race.
Yes.
Do you have any expectations of how it's going to play out?
Oh, if I give some, if I'm quite an optimistic guy. I don't want to give some times and I don't manage it. But we've done some calculations. We reckon a best case scenario. I'm not sure about today because it's quite damp and everything. But I think I've got a 10-second quarter mile.
You got a 10-second? Okay, like that, yeah.
I think yeah.
So you come to hand out some gap
my buddy Dan thinks 2.9 0.60 is possible on the day. Here today, I'm not sure, but I mean, best case scenario, good weather and everything. We think it's capable.
Okay, bro. Well, listen. Best of luck. Whatever happens, it's going to be a good day. And let's race.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
The lads are going to be battling it out to take home the Sugarcoat Cup today and a set of its ultra effective, super sweet smelling ceramic waterless washes. And first up today, it's the drag races. But before we get cracking, let's hear what these beasts sound like.
Gapistan! Gaparonis! Fastest RS3 in the UK and around the world on a locked ECU. Remember that.
And that was tight, but the RS3 just manages to take the first race by around a car's length. Let's line them back up and run it again.
It's short shifting. Should I put it in manual? Or should I just do sport?
Set off in manual first and let it shift by itself.
Okay.
Keep it in there.
Yeah.
What? Yes! Oh, I didn't short shift that time. That was a bit better. Damn it! Didn't launch properly, did it?
And after a small change in tactics, the S3 manages to pull one back, beating the RS3 to the line by around half a car. Man, that was tight. Let's line them back up for a decider.
Yep. told you, I know I'm from Pakistan, but bloody hell, Gapistan as well.
And that RS3 gives the S3 a 2.5 car lengths all-inclusive one-way ticket to Gapistan. So taking a look at the fastest 0 to 60 and quarter mile times achieved by the cars, extracting the data from the VBOX PBT, the RS3 hit 60 the fastest in just 3.22 seconds. The S3, not far behind, hit 60 in just 3.38 seconds. However, both just off pace to chart on the board amongst the top 15. Then taking a look over at the fastest quarter mile times achieved, the RS3 once again proving the faster car, covers the quarter mile in 11.38 seconds at a speed of 124 miles per hour. The S3, once again only slightly slower, runs the quarter mile in 11.50 seconds at a speed of 123 miles an hour. However, once again, both cars unable to cement a spot on the leaderboard. And round 1 goes to the RS3. Next up is the roll races, and this is where things get interesting. The idea for this one is for both cars to roll together at an agreed speed. The left car sets the pace, and as soon as they hit the start marker, it's go time. Place your bets. And after an insane run down the strip, even with the RS3 getting on the throttle early and starting a car or so ahead, the mighty little S3 manages to drive round him and just makes it to the finish line first by around half a car length. That was epic. Let's line them back up and run it again. And the RS3 gets handed an ice-cold train lengths Gapperoni with extra cheese by the finish line. Now, were you expecting that? So let's take a look at the fastest 100 to 200 kph data achieved by the cars across all of the runs using a VBOX PBT. Now surprisingly, both cars actually achieved their fastest times during the drag races, with the RS3 showing its superiority running the fastest 100 to 200 time of 7.87 seconds. The S3, not far off pace, runs the best 100 to 200 kph time of 8.19 seconds. That's interesting data to confuse the results. And round 2 goes to Jason and the Audi S3. So it looks like the day ends in a draw, with both cars taking 1 round each. A very mixed bag of results today, but most interestingly, the races were real close in their own right. It's evident this platform seems to achieve its fastest 100 to 200 times from a dig, as opposed from rolling, and the race results and times possibly highlighting the inherent inconsistencies of a tuning box over an ECU tune. But I'll leave that to you guys to debate. Either way, both cars run strong, putting on entertaining races and achieving good times given the conditions. So guys, let me know in the comments if the races panned out the way you thought they would, and of course, which one of the two you'd prefer to own and why, with all things considered. Also, don't forget you can save 20% off the whole Sugarcoat range using my unique code OG20. Links can be found down below in the description. Thank me later. And before we go, I want to wish everyone a very happy new year and thank you all sincerely for tuning in and your continued support. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and we'll be back same place, same time with another high octane OG battle. Peace out.